What's up, dude? Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Carlee Gifford, and I go over crime stories that are happening a little bit more recently. I at first was gonna do like big crime stories, like the big ones, but then I realized we've all heard like the same 10, so what fun is that? So now I try to cover stories that are happening now or within the last, few years. So all that being said, let's jump into it. Julie Griffin was an employee at a Sears department store in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and that is what actually led her to her meeting her husband, Mark Jensen, in 1981. The pair were both attending school at a local college. Julie didn't graduate. Yes, and unfortunately, that happens very frequently. Okay, sorry, my light died, so now I just have to use my lamp. So I was just saying that Julie didn't graduate, but Mark did. The couple and their two sons later moved to the Carroll Beach neighborhood of Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, which is about an hour, 49-minute drive from Oshkosh, or about 120.5 miles roughly, so it's a little bit of a move. Julie worked part-time for the Port Authority in Chicago, and Mark worked as a branch manager of the Racine, Wisconsin branch of a St. Louis-based financial firm, Stifel Nicholas. Julie and Mark would always be outside, always working on some kind of project, remembered their friend and next-door neighbor, Margaret Wolcht. Just laughing and having fun with it. It was amazing to watch them. But gradually, Mark and Julie's relationship started to go south. Margaret's husband, Ted, told 2020 that Mark had wanted Julie to be more sexually experimental. Margaret said that Julie had actually contemplated divorcing Mark, but stated that Mark would kill me, Julie, first before he divorced me. On December 30th, 1998, Julie was found dead in bed at 40 years old by her husband, Mark. Early on in the investigation, the police suspected that suicide was the cause of death. Mark claimed that his wife was depressed and had wanted to kill herself. However, the investigation proved that she was actually poisoned with antifreeze and then suffocated, which actually lines up with her claiming to not be feeling well for a few days before she had passed away. At Julie's funeral, Mark was standing 5 feet from her casket, laughing and joking and acting like someone at a cocktail party, the district attorney, Bob Jamboys said. I would probably mourn a stranger more than he mourned Julie, the couple's neighbor, Carrie Ashley, had claimed. Mark was accused of murder in the first degree, and after 9 years of Julie's passing, Mark was the focus of a high-profile trial that was shown live on cable television and the internet. A major piece of evidence was a letter that Julie had written right before she passed away. Before she died, she gave Margaret and Ted the envelope and said that if anything happens, give it to the police. Some of the letters stated, I am suspicious of Mark's suspicious behaviors and fear for my early demise, she wrote. If anything happens to me, he would be my first suspect. I would never take my life because of my kids. They are everything to me. Julie said that she had a possible motive for Mark to potentially murder her. She had a brief affair years earlier and claimed that Mark had never forgiven me. However, Mark had his own affair with a married co-worker, Kelly Labonte, and he even wrote emails to her just confessing his love for her. In the end, the jury did not buy that Julie had committed suicide. They believed that he did in fact slowly poison her with antifreeze and sleeping pills before suffocating her with a pillow. They took 4 days to deliberate, and after they were done, the foreman read a verdict of guilty in the murder of Julie Jensen. Mark was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, but in the meantime, before his sentencing, Mark and his former mistress were raising Julie's two sons, who were 18 and 13 at that time, which is 2008. Mark had a retrial in January of 2023, but this time a jury deliberated for about 6 hours before they returned with a guilty verdict on Wednesday, February 1st, which 6 hours for a jury to deliberate is really, honestly, not that long. They just did, they did not believe him. They knew that this man did it. I mean, simple as that. So, I don't know. I thought that this case was very interesting. I hope that you guys found it interesting and liked learning about it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We just hit 2,400 subscribers, which is, huge for me. So, I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I hope that you know that. But that is it for me today. So, if you would like to come back tomorrow for another True Crime Courier video, I will be here with another video at 7 a.m. Bye, guys.